What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are concluding our coverage of Beltorchika's children. Last time, Beltorchika spoke with her unborn new type baby. She was able to take down Mesta, while Bright dropped the nukes. This time, Amuro will face off against Char for the last time, while Bright and his team set off bombs on Axis. So let's get into this. Quest engages with Amuro. She cuts off the tube connecting his cannon with the Rockeye Loom. The Rockeye Loom is being attacked by Buckethead Gyaradogas. I thought these were initially Gyaradoga Kais, but they seem to be modded Gyaradogas. But Gyaradoga Kais were on the battlefield, so let's break it down. The AMS 119S Gyaradoga Kai was a high-performance Gyaradoga designed specifically for commanders. This version of the mobile suit is made using Gundam alloy. Thrusters have been added to the sides of the waist to improve mobility. It is equipped with a beam sword axe, a shield, and a beam machine gun which doubles as a grenade launcher. A Musaka destroys a Clop class next to the Rockeye Loom, but they push through and fire the remaining nukes. Char gets ahead of them and uses his funnels to take them out. The initial plan has failed, so the Rockeye Loom lands on Axis to attempt to plant bombs. They prepare for ground combat, which is when Bright notices Hathaway has disappeared. Meanwhile, Beltorchika runs into Graves' Gus in the Psycho Doga. As Graves goes in for an attack, Beltorchika screams out. Suddenly, a cosmic glow erupts from her mobile suit. The remaining Zeon forces on Axis retreat to back up Char, leaving Bright's team the freedom of planting the bombs. Meanwhile, on the moon, EFF goes to support Londo Bell. In the anime, they specifically go to back up Londo Bell, but here they seem to be focused on breaking up Axis and mitigating damage on Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth, Mirai and Che-Min are walking through Guangxi. Damn, that's pretty far from Hong Kong. They be trekking. Bright's team touches down and heads out in meds. Graves is consumed by the cosmic glow when Beltorchika sends out some missiles and gets a direct hit on the Psycho Doga, killing Graves. Bye, Graves, you were never a real new type. Hathaway notices the explosion and heads in that direction. Quest also notices the explosion and realizes that she is all alone. Hathaway approaches her in his Jagan. Beltorchika tries to get Hathaway to back away from her. Char can sense Quest, but he finally runs into Amuro. Amuro doesn't go after Char, but rather heads towards Axis's thrusters. Char protects Axis. Amuro unleashes dummies all around the Nightingale, but Char sees right through this diversion and fires directly at Amuro. He gets a direct hit, but Amuro hears a voice say, "Papa is in trouble." A cosmic glow activates New Gundam's barrier, protecting Amuro from the attack. He wonders what that voice in his head was. They engage in battle. Amuro notices all the unmanned Musakas on Axis. He realizes that Char intends to blow up the nukes on board. He begins shooting at Musaka 4 and ignites the nukes. A giant explosion goes off on the surface. Amuro wonders if this will have any effect on the course of Axis. He notices a Gyaradoga, but Beltorchika destroys it, saving Amuro. She falls with the Gyaradoga on the surface of Axis. Amuro doesn't have time to respond because Char comes in with another attack. The two engage in melee combat. Bright is with his team inside Axis. He was able to feel the nuke explode on the outside and wonders what is going on. They head to the valves that control the Axis thrusters. Adding a bomb there will be highly effective, but they don't have time to take control of the engines. They do, however, stumble across the Axis ammo dump. As Axis enters into Earth's atmosphere, turbulence breaks out. A boulder falls and destroys a random Londo Bell member's med. That looked brutal. They continue planting bombs. Back outside, an explosion hits the Rockeye Loom. Some Jagans use their spooge to try to seal the hole. The crew notices that the Axis thrusters have stopped. It wasn't anyone's doing. It has just reached its velocity needed to hit Earth. It is too late. Their only hope is for Bright to succeed. Meanwhile, Amuro and Char continue fighting. The Nightingale uses the Beam Tomahawk on New Gundam. They have a game of cat and mouse with one another. Char puts an end to it by destroying Amuro's beam saber. He runs away once again and gets out of his mobile suit and enters Axis. Char realizes that Londo Bell is trying to destroy the colony from the inside. The Jagan latches on to the Alpha. Quest can't seem to shake him. Hathaway gets out of his mobile suit and shows his face to Quest, but all Quest can think about is the captain. Char enters the asteroid and finds himself a weapon. Amuro sneaks around and shoots at Char while proclaiming that intellectuals turning idealism into reality is always a bad idea. Char turns around to see Amuro pointing a bazooka right at him. He shoots and they both fly back from the explosion. And he misses. He was like right there. How do you miss that, Amuro? Amuro hears the words Papa once again. Bright and his team plant the final bomb. One guy notes that if the rock Hyloom is destroyed, they have front row seats to the end of the world. Bright jokes that they are born on Earth, so they are heading home. They all take off. Amuro also heads back to his Gundam. He gets in to find that Char is already back in his Nightingale. Char rushes in and kicks him. This is very similar to the famous Char kick from the original series. During the original series, they were also fighting while entering Earth's atmosphere, just as they are now. The two resort to punching and kicking one another as they have no weapons left. As Char goes in for another attack, he inverts his shoulder binders and tries to use it as a beam weapon. It makes no sense physics-wise and should mess up the ambac system entirely. But boy, does it sure look cool. He gets a direct hit on Amuro. He goes in for another attack. Char uses the shoulder binders, but Amuro kicks it. Both explode, causing them to fly backwards. Their mobile suits are taking a beating. Hathaway is still outside of his mobile suit, tapping on the Alpha's window, trying to get Quest's attention. But Quest is finally able to sense the captain and heads in his direction. Amuro is getting the upper hand. He begins tearing through the Nightingale. A voice in his head says no. That is when Quest comes in with the Alpha's overwhelming presence. Damn, that thing is big. She says to stay away from the captain as she begins attacking. Amuro is on the defensive and is about to attack, but suddenly a beam attack gets a direct hit on Quest's head, destroying the mobile armor and killing Quest. It happens to be Hathaway in the Jagan. This moment of Hathaway killing the person he loves definitely gives him the motivation to become the terrorist we will see in the future. It beats him becoming a terrorist because Chan killed the girl that he loved, making the anime's version a purely emotional choice. Here he is thrusted into the life he always wanted, and in making this a reality, he now has to question if he made the right choice. Hathaway becoming a terrorist because he rejected Amuro, his hero's ideals, makes for better character development. Man, it really makes you hate the anime, Hathaway. Amuro and Char continue their fight. The Nightingale is done for. Char ejects, but Amuro quickly sprays his spooge all over Char's balls. Yeah, so, anyways, Amuro grabs Char's escape pod. At the same time, Bright and his med team make it out of Axis and board the rock Hyloom quickly. They are out of time. The bombs in Axis begin going off. The asteroid begins breaking up while Amuro is still on the surface. The rock Hyloom uses anti-air defenses to take out as much debris as they can, but there is still so much. Bright is informed that the bombing didn't go as planned. The asteroid split nearly in half, and one piece seems to still be on course to hit Earth. Axis is still falling. Because part of it is still falling, Char notes that he is victorious. Like the enemy, Amuro smashes Char's pod into the asteroid as the Gundam tries to push it. Bright notices that Amuro is trying to push the asteroid, but him alone won't be able to do it. He wants to use the rock Hyloom to help push, but their armor is wrecked and won't survive the push. That is when the Moon Fleet, the 88th Fleet to be specific, comes in and assists Amuro. They all begin pushing on the asteroid. Bright watches as 50 mobile suits join in. He suggests that they all seem to be drawn to the Gundam. The remaining Gyrodogas retreat to go back up the Raylula. They don't join in like they did in the anime. Beltorchika returns to the Regazi. She's a naked ghost, so she seemed to achieve some new type state as she's watching Axis fall. Amuro tells some of the men to fall back, but they don't listen. Many begin exploding as they can't handle the load. Let me tell you, that's what I told. As people die, Hathaway has a new type flash. Hathaway looks out to the asteroid and says, yeah, fuck that. Meanwhile, as one guy dies, Amuro is able to sense either him as a child or his child as he is dying. Essentially, the literal lives of the people dying around Amuro are flashing through his mind. He begs everyone to pull back. All he needs is himself and Char. Eventually, all of the Jagans pull back. Axis is still on course for Earth. Beltorchika watches on as the cosmic glow consumes the asteroid. Since she is in her new type form, she senses an immense power. She says it is all the children. This immense power that is glowing throughout the Earth's sphere is all the power of humanity. Bright, some mobile suit pilots, the children, everyone. In the manga, the cosmic glow comes off more like a spirit bomb. The mobile suit team returns to the Raylula. Mesta realizes the commander hasn't returned. Beltorchika returns from her weird new type state. She realizes the rock Hyloom is dead in the water and she can't sense new Gundam. Unlike the anime, there are no mommy issues. There are no talks of being a surrogate father for Quest. Rather, Char looks at a locket of Artesia. The last thing on his mind was his sister. Meanwhile, Amuro simply thinks of Beltorchika. New Gundam erupts in a cosmic glow. Check out our coverage of Char's Counterattack for a better understanding of what a psycho field is. Beltorchika cries out for Amuro while Mesta cries out for Char. The Psycho Field begins pushing Axis. Some Jagans come to retrieve the Ragazi, and they wonder who is in it. Bright tells the crew to get into contact with Amuro, but comms are down. Everyone on Earth looks out towards Axis. The two pieces begin moving into the sun, and the cosmic glow fades away, and the Nightingale's song cannot be heard anymore. And that will conclude Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack Beltorchika's Children. This adds so much context to what happens in the movie. Unlike the movie, it doesn't dwell on the mommy issues. It was simply a man who had a mission. Either destroy the Earth and force controlism onto humanity, or be killed by the hands of Amuro, leaving Earth in his hands. Well, in this situation, no one wins, unless you consider being a space ghost to win, which, yeah, I guess. We have already begun our coverage of Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn as we move forward in the timeline, but we plan on dwelling on UC0093 a little longer as we soon cover Mobile Suit Gundam High Streamer. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember to not let nihilism and controlism guide you towards genocide. Peace.